Okay, 1 second. We are live. Ooh, okay. Momento, momento. Okay, awesome. Great. Okay, everyone. Well, welcome back to the Pediatric Speech Sister Show. My name is Melanie Y. Evans. I am a bilingual pediatric speech language pathologist currently practicing in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I am also licensed to practice in the state of Texas. Today's episode is based from the 5 ways to support BIPOC children in clinical and education settings ebook. I am so excited to be sharing that ebook with you all. If you are new here, welcome, welcome. If today's episode resonates with you, I'd really appreciate if you could like, share, and subscribe wherever you are watching, or if you are listening to this on Apple Podcasts or your favorite podcasting platform. Please be sure to leave me a review. I am hosting a giveaway for the podcast listeners at this time. For whoever I am hosting a I ooh, I love how this is live too. Okay, so I am hosting a webinar for the 5 ways to support Black and Brown children in clinical and education settings. If this interests you, please be sure to reach out to me on Instagram at Pediatric Speech Sister, and I will be more than happy to send you the link to sign up. I will also go ahead and put the sign up sheet in the email list. Go ahead and join that email list, okay? So, with that said, I'm sorry, I was getting a whole bunch of downloads from God just now. It threw me off. So, here's what we are talking about today. When we're talking about expanding our views on unique challenges of BIPOC children, we really can't do that without taking the necessary steps. So, what do I mean by that? I mean literally and simply looking up different resources that talks about the unique challenges of Black and Brown children. So, personally, I like to look at documentaries, I like to look at literature, and of course, research. Today's episode, I will be giving you a list of recommendations to help support you on your journey toward cultural competency, specifically literature and documentaries that will help you in supporting Black and Latino children, specifically in clinical and education settings. Okay, so if any of these, which I highly recommend watching all of them, but if any of these interest you, I will go ahead and include the link in the show notes, in the YouTube description, or podcast, wherever you are listening or watching this. These are affiliate links. However, go ahead and click those links. That will really support this channel and help me to continue to create more content like this for you all. So, I will be reading directly from the ebook on expanding knowledge on the unique challenges of BIPOC children. Children of color face unique challenges. These challenges hinder them from progressing in their education and in society. There is an immense amount of documentaries and literature that offer insight on these challenges and provide strategies of how to combat them as educators. Here are some documentaries and literature that provide strategies for combating challenges for BIPOC students as educators and clinicians. One moment. Okay, here are some documentaries I recommend. The first one is I Am Not Your Negro. This documentary explores the history of racism in America and ways in which it has affected Black people in particular. It provides insight into the challenges faced by BIPOC students and offers strategies for overcoming these challenges. You can find this on YouTube. When They See Us is another powerful documentary series that follows the story of 5 Black and Latino teenagers who were wrongfully convicted of a crime in New York City in 1989. The series highlights the ways in which the criminal justice system perpetuates racial justice and provides insight into the unique challenges faced by BIPOC students in America. You can watch When They See Us on Netflix. 13th is another documentary I highly recommend. This documentary explores the history of racial inequality in the United States, particularly as it relates to the criminal justice system. It offers a critical perspective on systemic barriers that BIPOC students face and provides strategies for addressing these issues. You can watch this on Netflix. Teach Us All is a documentary that explains and examines the achievement gap in education and the ways in which it disproportionately affects BIPOC students. It offers strategies for improving educational outcomes for these students. You can check out the full movie on YouTube. So, those are documentaries. Here are some literature. Here's some literature that I would recommend. Oh, hello, hello to whoever's watching. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so literature that I'd recommend: The New Jim Crow by Michelle Alexander. This book explores the ways in which the criminal justice system perpetuates racial inequality and offers strategies for combating injustice. Go ahead, if you are watching this, go ahead and put in the chat if you are familiar with any of this, with any of these recommendations. More literature I recommend: Culturally Responsive Teaching in the Brain. I have this on Audible, but you can also check this out on an ebook or a hard copy book. This book is by Zaretta Hammond, and it provides strategies for teaching Black, Indigenous, people of color students in a way that is culturally responsive and recognizes the unique challenges they face. Another literature book I recommend: For White Folks Who Teach Us in the Hood and the Rest of Y'all Too, by Christopher Emden. This book provides strategies for teaching BIPOC students in urban schools and addresses the challenges that these students face in the education system. The Dream Keepers by Gloria Ladson Billings is a book that provides strategies for teaching and supporting BIPOC students in urban schools and offers insights into the unique cultural experiences of these students. The last book I recommend is Pedagogy of the Oppressed by Paolo Freire. This book offers strategies for teaching and empowering marginalized communities, including BIPOC students, and critiques the oppressive nature of the traditional education system. So, those are the books and the documentaries that I highly recommend to help you expand your knowledge on the unique challenges that the Black and Latino children face in the academic and clinical systems in the United States. If this episode spoke to you, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Leave a review. Don't forget to check out the show notes where you will see a link to all of this that I talked about today. And until then, I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye.